The oceans. The ocean covers 70% of the Earth's surface. The ocean makes all life on Earth possible. The ocean makes the planet appear blue when viewed from space. The ocean is one continuous body of water. The 5 oceans are connected and are one huge body of water, called the global ocean or just the ocean. However, the ocean is divided into areas. The 5 oceans from smallest to largest are the Arctic, Southern, Indian, Atlantic, and Pacific. The Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans merge into icy waters around Antarctica. Oceans are fringed by smaller, adjoining bodies of water such as seas, gulfs, bays, straits and bights. The ocean plays a role in climate and weather. The sun's heat causes water to evaporate. The water adds moisture to the air. The oceans provide most of the evaporated water. The water vapor forms into clouds, which becomes rain or other kinds of precipitation like snow. The ocean floor has dramatic physical features, including huge mountains, deep canyons, steep cliffs, and wide plains. The ocean's crust is a thin layer of volcanic rock called basalt. The ocean floor is divided into several different areas. The continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plain, seamount, mid-ocean ridge and the trench. The first is the continental shelf, the nearly flat, underwater extension of a continent. At the outer edge of the continental shelf, the land drops off sharply in what is called the continental slope. The continental rise descends to the deep ocean floor, which is called the abyssal plain. Rising from the abyssal plains in each major ocean is a huge chain of mostly undersea mountains called the seamount. The mid-ocean ridge is a mountain range that runs through all the world's oceans. It forms where tectonic plates pull apart. Magma erupts through the ocean floor to make new seafloor. The magma hardens to create the ridge. Some areas of the ocean floor have deep, narrow depressions called ocean trenches. They are the deepest parts of the ocean. The deepest spot of all is the Challenger Deep, which lies in the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean near the island of Guam. The ocean zones. The ocean is divided into 5 zones. These are the sunlight zone, twilight zone, midnight zone, abyssal zone and the trench zone. The sunlight zone or epipelagic. The top layer is known as the sunlit zone. Because there is so much sunlight in this zone, this is where most sea animals live. Underwater plants can grow by using the sunlight to make food just like the plants on land. Some of the life that you will find in the sunlit zone are coral reefs, seals, seaweed, plankton, and algae. The twilight zone or mesopelagic. Below the sunlight zone is the twilight zone. Because there is so much water above, this zone has a lot of pressure. No plants grow in the twilight zone because there is little or no sunlight. However, many animals live in this zone because they have developed a special adaptation to make their own light, called bioluminescence. This light helps the animals stay safe from predators, hunt for food, and find mates. The midnight zone or bathypelagic. The next zone of the ocean is the midnight zone. In this zone, there is total darkness and the temperatures here are close to freezing. This zone of the ocean can only be explored by using specially designed submarines, and most of this zone currently remains a mystery to scientists. The Abyssal Zone or Abyssopelagic. The Abyssal Zone is a layer that remains in perpetual darkness. The water along the seafloor of this zone has no oxygen, resulting in a death trap for organisms unable to quickly return to the water above. This region also contains higher concentration of nutrient salts due to the large amount of dead organic material that drifts down from the above ocean zones and decomposes. The trench zone or hadopelagic. The deepest part of the ocean is known as the trenches. The Mariana Trench, in the Pacific Ocean, is the deepest. There are some life forms that can still be found in the trench. Life within the ocean evolved prior to life on land. Earth's oceans are home to a multitude of diverse plant and animal life. The depth and the distance from shore influence the biodiversity of the plants and animals present in each zone.